Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And in today's video, I wanted to join along with a tag that's going around here on YouTube, which is choosing if you can only choose 10 palettes out of your collection to keep forever, or for something that ideally, if you had to choose 10 palettes, those would be it. And there's quite a lot of palettes I own currently. I could say that it is more than 20. And so choosing 10 was kind of hard, but I kind of made it based on pretty much the makeup I have sold in Poshmark, and then it made me want to repurchase. So it is between a mix of that, and in general, if I did sell these palettes, I would want to look for it into buying it somewhere else. So if you want to see the palettes that I chose for my version, then keep on watching. So one of the first palettes I really had in mind that is limited edition that you can no longer get anymore is from Tarte Cosmetics, and it's this one. And this is the Make Believe in Yourself Eye and Cheek palette, and it's pretty reflective, but this is what the inside looks like, and it's a very, very beautiful palette. I remember seeing this in Sephora one time, and it had just came out, and it was around $30 or $40, if I can remember. And these sheets are so beautiful. Like, I've had this for I would say about 2 years now. It's just beautiful. Like, these shades are so stunning. I love the highlighter. This one right here, it's like a white with gold reflex, and this blue one right here. I mean, it's just a mix of such a beautiful color scheme, but in I don't know where to swatch this. But in a really shimmery metallic finish. And pretty much you could get these to be almost spoiled like. And that's something that's really unique within my collection. I mean, just look at that. I mean, do you see that? Okay, so the next palette is from ColourPop, and they did discontinue this, but they brought it back. And this is the She palette, and it is from Korechi, which I'm not sure if that's her name, like her username, Rose. But anyway, this is a She palette, and it looks just like this. And the color scheme is just beautiful. Like, it's something that I don't really own in my own collection, and like when I use this palette, it's just beautiful. Okay, so the shade called Gal is this beautiful metallic finish with sparkles. I mean, I don't know if you can even see that. And it just has shades that I generally would use in a palette. And it really reminds me of Coastal Scents Think Pink palette. So if you really kind of wanted that palette, that one is discontinued, you could use this one as an alternative. But the shimmers are just incredible. Like, it's just really stunning, and it's something I would miss if I sold this palette, and that is the swatches of one of my favorite shades to use like all over the lid, and you could create romantic dreamy looks with this palette and it won't be so extreme or dramatic, and I just feel like she did such a wonderful job with this color scheme, and yeah, so I really like this one. Okay, so the other one is the Fall Festival palette from Coastal Scents, and I actually did sell this in Poshmark, and this is one of the purchases that I had rebought from another seller, and for good reason, because this is currently discontinued from the Coastal Scents website, and you can no longer get your hands on this besides buying it through single shadows only. And just, I mean, I think they just did a wonderful job with this whole fall color scheme. I mean, you can easily take out the shadows and see like which ones you really like in the palette. And this one's called Raisin Berry, which looks like this. And the other one I like is this green shade in the middle right here. And I think this one is called Kiwi Green. And then here's another one, which is right here. That one is called Bright Copper. So these are the swatches. As you can see, they're really pigmented. I mean, this was just only with one swipe or like just a swirl around the shadow, and this is what it looks like. I really, really like how beautiful that green is right there. I mean, that's really stunning, and I don't know, it's just something that I don't really have much of in my own collection, and that's why I had rebought this from another seller, and I have not regretted it ever since. I feel like I would keep this palette for a very long time until I really use it up, and maybe I could buy the replacement shades, but for now I just really love fall color schemes, and this is one of them. So a recent purchase I had made this year is the Sea Color Around the World eyeshadow palette, and this is a dupe for the Urban Decay Born to Run palette, and I really enjoy this color scheme. I do have to get more use out of this palette, but overall I really love this gold shade right here, and this, and like this one right here, and then like I have so much eyeshadow palettes, I have not really used this one, but just look at the pigment of that green. And let's do this, this pinky berry one right here in the corner. And this is what the swatches look like. I mean, look at that. I mean, wow, that's really amazing, especially this green shade right here that is super pigmented. And okay, so another palette I resold but rebought again is the Pirates of the Caribbean palette from Lorac. And I don't know what made me sell this in the beginning, but I just really, I mean, this is a really bulky palette. I mean, you can see it's almost the size of my head. But the color scheme in this is like really, really pretty. I mean, I don't know if you can see like the shades, but they're almost like cool tones and some really pretty colors, like this green one right here. Shade called Treasure and Black Pearl. Like these are all shades that I would really want to like experiment. And let's see, that's what that looks like. So this one is the next palette is the Zodiac BH Cosmetics palette, the original one. And this is what it looks like. And overall, I just really love the shimmers in this palette. I haven't really used much of the mattes, but the mattes are pretty good as well. They're blendable, they're not really hard to work with, and okay, so you can see that was just like from one swipe. So that's that one. And then the shimmers are a whole different story. Like, let me see if I could do them. Like, where's mine? Oh yeah, I'm Libra, which is this one right here. I mean, wow. And then, let's see, my sister's Capricorn. So it's like this. My boyfriend is a Sagittarius. It's a green one. And my mom is an Aries, so she's blue. And so like, wow, these are almost like Christmas lights in my hands. And let's see. So just put them like right here. That's Sagittarius. Libra. Yes. And Capricorn. So this is a weird swatch, but like you could just see how foiled it is just by the one swipe of that shadow, and it's just really pretty. Okay, so the other palette is from LA Girl, which I recently did a review on this, and I just really love this. It's the Born Exclusive palette, which is for holiday 2019. And this is what the color scheme looks like of this palette. And overall, I love it. I can't stress enough how much like this palette is so beautiful, and like the shimmers are stunning, and if I ever sold this palette, I would notice right away if it is gone. And if you want to see like more in depth of this palette, I will link it somewhere right here so you could check it out. But overall, this palette is like an A+ for me, and I don't regret my no-buy purchase for this one. And this one is from BH Cosmetics, which is the Club Tropicana palette. And this is basically an all shimmer palette with all these shades in it, and some of them I love using for inner corner, others an all over lid shade, and it's stunning. Like, I've had this palette for quite some time, and the shimmers here are really, really good. So this is what these look like. And you could like pretty much intense them with like wetting your brush and putting it in your inner corner or all over your lid, and it would be like a really oiled look. So that was one of them. And so the other one is like before that one came out. This is the Foils Eyes 2 palette, and this one's full of like cool tones of your mauves and your blues and that pop of green right there. And I just like, if anyone loves shimmer as I do, this is like a palette must have if you really needed a shimmer palette, and this is one of them. And what I love about it is like it's pigmented, so, and if you really want to make it even more pigmented, you could just intense it somehow in your own way. So that's what those swatches look like. And so the last but not least palette that I own in my collection that I really, really appreciate is from Coastal Scents. And unfortunately, this one is discontinued, which is a 252 Ultimate palette. And what it is basically it's got every shade you could imagine in just one big palette. So this is all of my greens and my blues. And then this one is more like a mixture of greens, purples, pinks, yellows. And the other one is full of yellows, orange, I'm trying not to drop this, and browns. So like, I pretty much use this palette to dupe other new palettes that are coming out, and it's helped me so much with not purchasing those new palettes, because I feel like I could just create that same color story within this huge one that I already own. And so one of the color schemes I was really drawn to was from ColourPop, which was the Just My Look palette. And somehow I got around to duping all of the shades in this palette alone. And so I have not made that video yet, but like the spot on with the shades were just unnoticeable in my eyes with the pictures I saw on the internet, and it's just like I can't really part from this palette if I had to, like, because I had done that before and I regretted it, and so like I repurchased it and now I'm using it more. And yeah, so like if I could give like a demo with the shades, here's like a green one, here's like a yellow, and I'll do a matte, which is this one here. And most of them, they're all like spot on, like they're not really hard to use. Some are a little bit chalky and powdery, but you could just pretty much blend that away with your brush or anything like that. And so they're pretty much really good eyeshadows. So that is pretty much it in choosing 10 palettes out of my whole collection. I hope this encourages anyone to really look into their collection and see which 10 palettes they would pick. And it would be really cool to see like other people's versions. I already saw a couple already, and most of them, it was really interesting because some I have not heard of their brands before, or others I have like pretty much have the same taste as their palette schemes, but overall, yeah, it's pretty fun to see tags with involving makeup. So I hope you enjoyed watching my version, and I hope you have a good rest of your day and night. God bless, and I hope you have a very blessed, very Merry Christmas, and may our Savior's birth on Christmas Day bring joy, light, and peace within your families, with your work life, with your whole life in general. I know He's brought lots of happiness in mine, and may God bless always. And thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and share if you want. And I'll say bye now. Bye.